Good morning, my darlings. I am up bright and early this morning, ready for a little gym session. Honestly, I still can't get over how teeny tiny my little ponytail is whenever I chuck it back for a workout, but I'm heading straight to the club this morning just for a little light workout. As I've said, whenever it comes to moving your body, it doesn't always have to be a full-on HIIT. I think I'm just going to do a bit of a walk on the treadmill. I think I might just do a little bit of kind of upper body and just get my body moving. So let's get going. Just got back from the club now, and it's weird to say that that was actually one of my favorite workouts I think I have done in 2024. I was just really focusing on like moving my body, a lot of stretching, a lot of walking, a little bit of CrossFit, and then just finished off with a bit of upper body, but nothing too strenuous. I feel like I am someone that just gets so caught up in the fact that if I'm going to the gym, it has to be like a full, really strenuous workout. I need to come home sweating, I need to come home exhausted, and actually it's so easy just to go and just move your body, especially when the weather's like not the best at the moment. It's really weird. It's very cloudy. It's quite muggy actually. A lot of people are saying it feels like spring is on its way. I'm not so sure. I feel like in the UK we often get this kind of like fake spring and then suddenly we plummet down to like freezing temperatures again, so I'm not quite getting excited for spring yet, but really enjoyed that workout. I stopped by the shops on the way home to pick up some kefir, and I found a new flavour which I am so excited about. This is a mango and passion fruit flavour, and I know I spoke about because I was on my antibiotics for a week, just replenishing everything that's like in my gut, all of the good bacteria, replenishing all of like the good bacteria that goes around your body. And this is the easiest way for me. I know that you can get different types of kefir. You can get like eating yogurt, but I prefer the drinking one. For me, I much prefer to eat like Greek yogurt. That's what I have every single morning for my breakfast. I have Greek yogurt with a little bit of jam, and then throughout the day, if I need like a little snack or if I just need a little pick-me-up, I like to use just a shot. Basically, you just need a shot glass of kefir, and it is game-changing. But I also have come home to a new exciting delivery. I was just about to make myself my morning coffee, and I thought I would unbox this first because this is from a brand called Drink Me Chai, and I have a confession to make. I have actually never even tried a chai latte, and so many of you messaged me to say that I should give it a try. So many of you, like, especially if I like my like cinnamon lattes, my vanilla lattes, so many of you have said I need to try a chai latte. So I was reached out to by the brand to see if I wanted to try some new products, and I thought this would be the perfect opportunity. I could do myself a coffee this morning and we can give this a try. So I thought we could unbox this together because this is really heavy. I have no idea what we have in store. Oh, I think I need a pair of scissors. Hold please, caller. Please stay on the line. Your call is very important to us. Ooh, what have we got in here? Oh my goodness me. They have spoilt me with different chai lattes to try. Maybe I'm gonna need, oh my God, there's a mug. I always love a mug. Do you know what this looks like? I think this is one of those color changing ones. I think I used to have one of these. Alex got me ages ago, and I actually ended up, I think I dropped it and smashed it, but it's so clever because when you put like the hot water in, it changes color. So I'll be interested to see what actually this changes to. But I love the fact that it's got the little Drink Me Chai. I think this is a color changing one. I might be wrong. I might be wrong, but we should see. But we have a few different flavors here, which I'm really intrigued by. We first of all have the spiced chai latte, natural and authentic spices. Oh my gosh, we've literally got a little quote here. After my first taste of chai during my travels to India, it was love at first sip. I was inspired to bring that same taste back to the UK with my authentic tuk-tuk. That's where the story began. Oh my gosh, we donate a percentage of our profits to Pratham, a charity developing disadvantaged children in India to read. Oh my God, that's so, so lovely. I will leave Drink Me Chai linked down below if you do want to shop any of their chai lattes and try some bits for yourself. So that was the spiced chai latte. This is the dirty chai latte, a natural blend of aromatic spices of tea and Arabica coffee, I believe, Arabica. Not entirely sure how to pronounce that, but that one sounds amazing as well. It's a powerful blend of spices with skimmed milk, sweetened black tea, and instant coffee. That sounds amazing. definitely want to try that one. And then we also have the vegan chai latte, natural and authentic spices, plant-based and gluten-free. That's actually really, really nice to know as well. It's got soy protein and sweetened black tea. Oh my goodness me, I'm not entirely sure which to try first. I kind of want to try the dirty chai. I think that sounds amazing. Or maybe I should give the spice chai a try, because I feel like that's an absolute classic. And then they've also sent over a little tote bag. If in doubt, chai and chai again. Oh my god, that's absolutely amazing. I love that. That's so, so kind. Thank you so much to Drink Me Chai for sending that over. I think I'm gonna make myself a lovely spiced chai latte now, and I'm gonna sit down and do at least an hour or so of emails, admin, and crack on with my day. Oh my goodness, it is a color changing mug. I told you guys, I could literally tell. It's really, really cute. It says here, love at first sip. So I'm very much double dipping, not double dipping, what's the phrase? Double parked. Gosh, you can tell it's been a long time since I have been a drinker, since I've been at university, but I'm very much double parked with my drinks. Long gone are the days where double parked meant a shot of vodka and a chaser to wash it down, like a lemonade or something to wash it down. Now it means a lovely kefir drink, mango and passion fruit kefir, and a lovely chai latte. Now I have a question. I have just done hot water for this because when I read at the back, it literally says that it comes with, so it says a powdered blend of spices with skimmed milk and sweetened black tea. But in terms of making me, it says to add 3 teaspoons of powder into a cup, stir in 200 milliliters of hot water or a hot milk of your choice. So should I have done a hot milk instead? Is the powder basically acting like a little shot of the espresso? And then also an iced chai latte, 4 teaspoons of powder into a tall glass, pour in cold milk of your choice. So maybe I should have done milk with this. I could just add a splash, almost as if it's like a cup of tea. But any chai latte drinkers, please help a girl out, because I think this would be such a lovely one to switch to, so that not every morning I'm having like my full coffee. I think there's less caffeine in a chai latte as well, if I remember correctly, but I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. But yes, double parked with 2 lovely, yummy drinks. I'm gonna shop this and then hopefully enjoy my lovely chai latte. So notes on the drinks. I have to say the kefir, mango and passion fruit kefir, 10 out of 10. No improvement, absolutely delicious. The chai latte, however, I definitely think I need to do milk with it. I really like the idea of doing an iced chai latte. I feel like with the chai powder, the milk, a few ice cubes floating about, stir that all up, I think that would be delicious. So as I said, if you are an avid chai latte drinker and you consider yourself a bit of a chai latte expert, please let me know what is the best kind of like method and best thing that moving forward with regards to my chai lattes, because I am someone that really likes like a sweet milky coffee. So I definitely think I need to add milk next time, but I don't know whether just to add hot milk. I don't know whether I need to do like the water and then the milk. I don't know whether just to go for a straight iced chai latte. Let me know. Your girl needs help. But it is a couple of hours later now. I've had a very productive morning on my laptop, and I have come upstairs because I have had a very, very exciting delivery. Now tell me you're a content creator without telling me you're a content creator, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I've actually already opened this for an Instagram reel. I just unboxed it for over on Instagram. So if you go over to that reel from this YouTube video, comment on that reel YouTube sent me, because I would love to know who goes to my Instagram from YouTube and like vice versa. I always find it really, really interesting. So I have literally repackaged this and put it back in the bag. I've even like redone the bows and everything so that we can do a proper unboxing together, because I know what I've said and I know you guys are probably going to tell me off that this is a new handbag. However, I do feel like, again, this is another bag that was missing from my wardrobe, and I'm very much having a bit of a one in, one out system at the moment. Almost all of my handbags have sold. I think there's like 1 YSL bag left potentially from my handbag collection video and chatting about my kind of like bag clear out, wardrobe clear out. And I definitely think the biggest gaps that I have in my wardrobe are my bigger bags, and I find them so practical. And this is a brand that I was raving about in my bag collection video, because I absolutely adore this brand. If you can see the brand name, it is demellier. What is that angle, Ellie? Honestly, you'd think I would be a professional at this point, but I'm really, really not. But the brand is demellier, and if you are looking for like your first designer bag, you're really excited to make like a purchase, something a little bit more luxurious, a little bit more high-end, you want it to go with everything, you want it to last a lifetime, demellier is the brand to check out, because I feel like their prices are just unmatched. Like, they're such high quality bags, yet in terms of price points they are more of like a mid-tier, in terms of like, they're not high street, they're not luxury, they're like a mid-tier price point, and their bags are beautiful. I feel like they're taking over Instagram at the moment, and I am not surprised. I absolutely adore them, and this is definitely the shape and the bag type that I love the most. In fact, I have 2 bags in this bag type in 2 different sizes, but I definitely think I was missing one in my more transitional wardrobe. I will leave demellier's like new spring launch linked down below, because oh my gosh, the drop they have done for spring is just beautiful, and I feel like this is a bag that I can definitely wear now in February. I can probably wear it from like March to April, and then I can potentially switch over to my more kind of like summer version of this bag, and then as soon as it hits maybe like August, September time, I go back to this one, because it is a bag that I just absolutely adore. It fits everything that you need in it. And I'm going to stop waffling on so that we can actually unbox this beauty. And honestly, the biggest bag unboxing I think I've ever done. I mean, look at this. I can't even see my face over the top of this bag. Definitely the least professional unboxing I think I've ever done, but you know what we're like, we're chill over here, and I'm just so excited to show you this baby, because the colorway, you are literally not ready. So you've probably guessed, this is the demellier New York bag. Now they do it in 2 different sizes in terms of their main collection. I do actually have one in the micro, like the mini size, but the 2 main sizes that they do is just the New York or the New York midi, and I have to say I think the New York, the full big size one, is just perfect if you're looking for a work bag, if you're looking for a commuter bag, if you're a mum and you're looking for like a good bag to carry everything that you need in terms of the baby supplies. This is the bag you need in your collection. And oh my goodness me, can we just take a minute to appreciate my new baby? Isn't she just beautiful, and not like anything else that I have in my wardrobe? I'm really wanting to add in a few bags that are maybe a little bit more fun, that are still colors that are super wearable, but not like anything else that I have. I have an abundance of black handbags, I have an abundance of tan bags, but one colorway I do not have is this beautiful colorway which they call olive, and it's such an interesting colorway. I feel like after picking up my gorgeous long shot hobo bag, it made me realize how lovely it is to have a bag that's maybe a little bit different in terms of the colorway. My long shot bag is more of like this greyish tone, which I really, really love, and I actually get so many compliments on it, and I think it's really nice to go for something that's a little bit different but still super timeless and super classic. So this olive color I think is just absolutely beautiful. It's like a really, really muddy green color, which I really like. It's almost a brown. I feel like it's the kind of colorway that, depending on what you're wearing, will depend on kind of how it looks. You know, when like you wear something a little bit more brown tone, it kind of brings out the brown colors in this. If you wear something a little bit more green tone, it'll bring out the more like olivey green colors. But what I love about this is the stitching. This has got the gorgeous white stitching across it. Now they kind of do 2 different versions of the New York. They either do it in kind of like completely plain, or they do it with this stitching. I love how the stitching looks. I feel like it really adds that like element to it, makes it look so expensive. And I also just adore the little clip that it's got here. Let me do it up so you can see what it looks like done up. But to be fair, most of the time I'll use it undone anyway, because it definitely gives me that more kind of like undone Ms. Birkin vibe. I definitely think that's what they are going for with this bag, but I really love how it looks done up. It keeps the bag kind of like nice and like closed in. If you're traveling with this bag, I can confirm it does fit under a plane, but I would recommend doing this up just to make sure that it's like all kind of like closed in together, so that you don't get any questions from the flight attendants. But I would mostly just wear it kind of undone, and then I'd also like to undo these 2 poppers either side, just to give myself a little bit more room. I love the fact that they've got these poppers, because it does mean if you're out and about, let's say you're in London, you're going out and you're like maybe worried that people are easily able to like reach their hands into your bag, that is completely mitigated with these poppers, because it completely like closes up the side of the bag. But let's take out the packaging so you can see the size of this baby, because honestly she is huge, absolutely huge, and she is just such a classic style. I absolutely love this. This is the kind of style that is never going to date, it's never going to go out of style, and it's one of those bags I feel like you will keep in your wardrobe forever. I also love the size of the handles. It's like really perfect for kind of like on the shoulder, just like carrying around. You can also just carry it like in your hand, in your arm. I absolutely adore her, and I feel like the colorway is just so unique. I also love how subtle the branding is. Can you see there? It's literally just got the tiny little bit of like gold demellier logo down there, which I think is so lovely. Also love the fact that it has feet. I talk about this a lot in my bag videos. Whenever I do bag unboxings, whenever I do bag collection videos, feet are so important to me, because there's nothing worse than putting a really expensive bag down on the floor and there being like no protection to stop it from like touching all of the like dirtiness on the floor. So I love the fact that it's got the feet, which I need to take all of the plastic packaging off, because this baby ain't going anywhere. She was 100% staying in my collection, and I feel like I'm going to get so much wear out of her. I feel like in winter I can start her up with like darker tones, blacks like I'm wearing now, browns, beiges. I think that's going to be so gorgeous. And then, as I said, as we're going into spring, I feel like I'm really going to be able to pull out the white in the stitching with some white cottons, like white linen shirts, white linen trousers, a beautiful white cotton dress. I feel like that's just going to look so beautiful. I feel like I'm absolutely gushing over this handbag, but she really is such a beautiful addition into my wardrobe, and I really do feel like the New York from demellier is just the dream handbag. She really ticks all of my boxes, the perfect size if you're looking for a new really big handbag. And I'm so excited to be adding her into my collection. Well, one thing that I am definitely going to need to invest in for my gorgeous new New York bag from demellier is a liner for her. Now, I know I speak about these a lot, but I'm definitely going to need to pick up a Handbag Angels liner. I do actually have a discount code for Handbag Angels. Let me show you my gorgeous one for the mulberry. This is the mulberry Bayswater. It's actually quite a good size comparison as well, just to see the size difference. It's actually slightly bigger than the mulberry, and I definitely would say fits a little bit more, and just because of the shape of it. But Handbag Angels bag organizers, basically, as you can see, I've got a green one in here, which I really like. You can change the color. You can literally buy these almost like they are bespoke. They are designed for each specific handbag. Oh, it's quite difficult to get out one-handed. They're designed for each specific handbag, and they are the only company that I've ever heard of that will do handbag organizers for demellier. They also do Pauline, they also do Cezanne, they do Mulberry, they do literally every single brand you can ever think of. And as I said, I have a discount code if you do want to shop them. You can use Ellie10 to shop the Handbag Angels organizers if you spend over £35, and you can buy literally any of these. I absolutely love them. I would always recommend getting one with a base as well, because it just really helps with regards to the kind of sturdiness of the organizer. And I just love the fact that you can get them for the New York bag, because it is a very open handbag, as you can see. Like, it doesn't really have much in terms of design on the inside. It doesn't have any pockets or anything like that, so it just really helps out with regards to the kind of organization of this handbag, and just making sure that the material is going to stay really sturdy, just making sure that everything inside is kind of well protected. And I just love the fact that you're able to shop them at a discount. I absolutely love working with Handbag Angels. They are so generous to give you guys this discount, because they are such a boutique company. It's all handmade, so the fact that they're able to offer this discount is honestly just so kind of them. So I'm definitely going to need to order a new one that is going to go inside my new baby. If you are new around here and you don't actually know which other one I am referring to when I talk about my other New York handbag, this one is one that I got kind of end of summer actually last year, and I'm quite excited to bring it out for this year again. But it's very much, as you can see, the height of summer kind of a handbag. Like, I cannot use this any other time of year other than maybe like June, maybe May, June, July, kind of just about August. And she is a canvas one, so marks a little bit easier, but I do love how it looks. I love the striped design. I love the blue and white. I think it's so gorgeous, and as you can see, it's the exact same size and the exact same shape as the other ones. I think it's so lovely to have this one that's a bit of a kind of like wintry, transitional, and then early spring bag that I can use, and then I can also bring her back out in autumn, winter, because the olive color I just think is so beautiful. Can you see that? It's really difficult to see on camera sometimes, the actual colorways. I feel like it's one of those bags that, as I said, is going to completely change colorways depending on what I'm wearing, depending on what I'm styling, and what other colors I am putting with it. But I do absolutely love these bags. I think they are just such great handbags, such great sizes, and as I said, such a great price. But as you can see with this one, because I've used it a lot, you can see where it's starting to kind of bend a little bit, it's starting to misshape. So I do think getting a Handbag Angels organizer for these is going to be absolutely vital, and then it also means I can just get one and switch them between the two, depending on if it's
spring, or depending on whether it's summer, I can literally just bring all of my stuff over into the handbag. So my two gorgeous little demellier New York handbags, I'll leave these both linked down below if you do want to shop them, but I cannot recommend demellier more, especially in terms of like your first designer purchase, your first kind of escapade into the designer handbag world. They are so stunning, so well made, and actually in terms of designer bag prices, super affordable. Well, it has been a rather productive afternoon back on my laptop. I feel like I just have so much admin to do at the moment. As we are going into February, things are starting to really pick up and get busy again. And I thought I would show you, because this bag is very much going to be a workhorse for me. It is so heavy now that I have got everything inside of it, but I do get a lot of questions about these bags. And sometimes when I do unboxings, I just kind of show you the handbag and just kind of move on. But sometimes I'm like, you know what? I feel like it would be really handy for you guys to see like what fits inside of it, what I'm planning on doing with the bag, and like how I'm kind of like adding it into my wardrobe. I've just realized the sticky bit is still on the clippy bits there, but I am going to be making this into my workhorse of a bag. As you know, I am book lady. I literally feel like a librarian as I walk around the house, because I like to work in different rooms. Sometimes I work in Alex's office with him, sometimes I work in the kitchen, sometimes I work up here, and so I always like to be able to have everything that I need with me. So this is currently what is fitting inside of the bag. Can I show you it that way? Because honestly, there is so much room inside of here that this isn't even like taking up 60% of the space, but I thought I would show you what I'm actually keeping inside of here. So of course, my laptop. This is the 13-inch MacBook, I believe. MacBook Pro, potentially, who knows? I'm really bad at tech, but my laptop fits in there, which is super, super handy, especially when I'm going to and from London. I like to use it whenever I am commuting on the train, because I always have a lot of time to do like editing and admin on the train. Also fits my iPad, which I always like to keep with me. I am a YouTube background noise kind of person, so if ever I'm working, I literally just put this on my desk beside me and play some YouTube videos. That is how I like to watch. So we've also got my iPad, of course, my Carico diary, which I literally cannot live without. I know I've shown you this back in January, but I absolutely love it. I always keep a pen on kind of the little binder bit, so I've always got a pen to hand, and then this is where today is, so that I can literally easily access exactly what I've been working on. But I always use this for like note taking, I use this for like planning my day and things like that, so it also fits that. The newest addition into my notebook collection, my gorgeous head plan diary. This is very much a like goal setting, manifestation, but also holding myself accountable kind of a book, which I really like. It's got so much space in it to jot down notes, to think about goals, to think about what I'm working towards. So I really, really like this, especially when I'm having a day where it's like maybe a bit slow, you know, and you almost just need like a reminder of why you're doing something, like why you're working towards something. I think this is such a handy book for that. And I love the like pinky, gorgeous like pinky colorway, and it is of course monogrammed with my name. So you would have seen that I unboxed this in my last video. I then also have a pencil case, because I am the kind of person that I love colour. So I am someone that has beautiful, these are like pastel coloured highlighters. I've got gorgeous pink, blue, purple, and then I've also, if you remember from Papier, got some really gorgeous coloured pens as well, which I like to jot notes down with, because for me, I don't know if it's the dyslexic in me, or I don't know if it's just me as a person loving things being aesthetic. I like to be able to see colour. It really, really helps me with regards to work. It helps me with regards to visualization, goals, manifestation. So I've always got a pencil case. It's actually a Dermalogica makeup bag, but it has become my pencil case. And then I also have in here my little Logitech mouse, which is so, so handy. This is the Pebble, and oh my gosh, this makes such a difference when it comes to working. If you're like me, you do a lot of editing, you do a lot of like visual work on your laptop, so it's not so much typing, it's more kind of like design and edit. This is a game changer. It also comes with a pad as well, but I don't really need that as much, because obviously I do most of my work on my laptop, and my iPad isn't as much of like a workhorse for me. So the Pebble from Logitech, absolute game changer. So that's everything that fits inside my new demellier tote. I thought I would just show you that, because I think it's really, really useful to know, especially because I'm such a small person that sometimes, I've said this time and time again, but it literally happened the other day. Someone was messaging me after my handbag collection video about my YSL Cassandra, which it was so funny. I had such a mind blank in that video what that bag was called, but my mini YSL Cassandra. And I literally had about 3 days ago someone messaging me being like, sorry, I'm really confused which one you've got, because you say it's the smaller size, but it actually looks quite big on you. I'm like, no, that is just because I am such a small human. So I think it's really handy to be able to kind of like visualize what you can fit in it, and how it's going to like work with your wardrobe, how it's going to fit on your body, because as I said, it fits really nicely just under your shoulder, on your arm, and it's such a gorgeous handbag. So yeah, gonna carry on my laptop now and do a little bit more admin and editing, because at the moment it just feels like it is relentless. I am not gonna lie to you. Now, I don't know if anyone else actually does this, call me crazy, however, I always like to have pouches in my bags. I am like a just in case kind of a person. I'm always that person that has like painkillers on me if ever I need like headache tablets. I'm that person that has tissues with me if ever somebody needs it. Like, I would just much rather be like prepared, because the amount of times I feel like I've been caught out, and there's nothing more frustrating than, I don't know, like forgetting an umbrella and then having to waste £20 just having to buy a new umbrella because it's tipping it with rain and there's no way that you can get from like meeting to meeting without it. So in all of my handbags, I actually have a few of these now. I always keep like a little pouch. This is the pouch I'm going to use in this bag, a little Katie Loxton number. I love the pattern on this. I think it's so beautiful, and it's like a really good size pouch that you can fill with literally everything that you need to keep in your handbag with you. So I'm kind of just like getting things out. As I said, I have a few of these, so I have multiples, like I literally have repeats, so it's really handy to have kind of like spares of things, and make sure that you can literally just have one in a bag so you don't like forget to like take them to and from. Also, obviously different bags are different sizes, so depending on like which handbag will depend on which pouch that you want to have. So I thought I would just show you what I'm keeping in my pouch in my bag. So first, of course, tissues. I always like to have a packet of tissues with me, because there's nothing worse than if you get caught in a sneezing fit, if you know someone with allergies, and especially considering that it's still quite cold this February, they are really important, because you know when you just like start heading out the house and your nose immediately starts running. So tissues will go in there. I always like to have a little hairbrush. This is just a little PR one that I received a long time ago. It was in a PR parcel, and it's just like a perfect little size. But any of those kind of little like transport ones, the ones that like snap shut or anything like that, are just exactly what you need. So I also like to have a little hair brush, as well as a silk hair bubble, just in case I want to chuck my hair up, because nothing worse than it being like in your face and in your way. I also always keep a spare memory card and a spare camera battery, because I mean, tell me you're a YouTuber without telling me you're a YouTuber. I hate being caught short. I never want to be filming on my phone or anything like that, so I'll always keep those. A powder, I think, is super important. This I don't have in every single bag, but particularly if this is going to be like my commuting bag, my going into London bag, having a little powder just to do makeup top-ups is vital. This is the NARS one, the light reflecting powder, and it is such a good one because it's not coloured or anything like that. It literally just like takes away the shine. It kind of almost feels like, do you remember those like blotching, they were kind of like blotching pads. I feel like they were around in like the noughties. We all used to use them at school. It feels more like that, where it doesn't actually powder your face, but it more just kind of takes away your shine. So I always like to keep that with a brush. I also always have a moisturizer. Oh, I need a hand sanitizer as well, but I also use a hand moisturizer. This is the Body Shop in Mango, if the camera wants to focus, which apparently it does not. But I also like to have a hand cream. A perfume is a must. Currently loving Wood Sage and Sea Salt from Jo Malone. It is my absolute favourite at the moment, because it's just like a really lovely wintry scent. It's like very perfect for kind of Jan Feb time, because it's not too like Christmassy, it's not wintry in that scent. It's just very like warming, which I really like, and I always get questions whenever I wear this. I'm wanting to keep a cuticle oil in here as well, because I really want to be better at just kind of like nail maintenance. This is an Essie one that I unboxed with you guys recently. Gosh, my camera is struggling to focus on these itty bitty little products, but loving that. And then I'm not sure which one to put in. I think I might just put in the apricot, but I like to keep some kind of lip product, whether that's a balm, whether that's a lipstick. I'm loving the Clarins lip oils at the moment. This is in the shade apricot, and I think this is in the shade cherry, I believe. So I really like both of those as well, so they'll go in there as well. So as I said, call me crazy, but I just would much rather be prepared, and I feel like it's so nice having these little pouches to go in each individual handbag to make sure that you are always prepared. You're never caught like unawares, and that you just have everything that you would need on you at all times. I feel like you can probably see it in my eyes, but today has been a very heavy screen day. I am so glad that I got my body moving this morning, because otherwise it would have just been such a like no movement kind of a day, because other than the gym session this morning, I have literally spent the vast majority of my day on my laptop getting some admin done. So as I said, as February rolls around, things always start picking up, getting a little bit busier in this industry. So I think I'm going to have a bit of a pamper night. I'm thinking of running myself a bath, maybe doing a little face mask, but just doing some like really lovely indulgent skincare. And I actually realized after this morning, I wanted to tell you about some of the podcasts that I am listening to, because that was what I was doing when I was at the gym. I just had some podcasts playing. I was just kind of like listening to. I do find that like as much as I love YouTube, I don't want to watch something at the gym. I never understand people that can plug headphones in and like watch a TV show.
it's just not something I could do. I'd much rather like listen to something. I always like trying to be on the machines that are like by the window so that I can look out and just kind of like feel like I'm outside. So I was listening to a few podcasts this morning, and I am currently loving Confessions of a 30-something Drama Queen. Susie is back, and oh my god, the first episode is fab. The first episode is actually with Amelia and Victoria, and it literally just feels like you are a part of like a little girls group. Like it feels like you're just having a bit of a gossip sesh with the girls, so it's a really, really good first episode back. I'm also loving Stompcast by Alex George. He's Dr. Alex, who's from Love Island. He is such an amazing mental health advocate. Like I think he is so fab. I love the conversations that he has, and the one that I was listening to this morning, it's actually a bit of an older one, but it's called Why You Shouldn't Set New Year's Resolutions with Dr. Rangan Chatterjee, and I know he is a really big podcaster. I think he's got his own podcast, so I might want to look into that. Of course, loving Newlyweds now, with Jamie Lang and Sophie Lang now. It feels weird calling her Sophie Lang. I still want to call her Sophie Habu. And then I'm also loving The Unfiltered Bride. Now, The Unfiltered Bride is a podcast by my friend Georgie, who you would have seen. I met her when we were in Italy. We went to a bridal retreat together. She's a wedding planner extraordinaire. She's absolutely amazing. She has her own podcast, and just the tips, the tricks. I would actually recommend following her on TikTok as well, because every single morning she does a video where she's just like putting on her makeup, getting herself ready for the morning, and she shares a tip for the day. And some of the tips sound so simple, and yet you're like, I never would have thought of that. And I think especially on your wedding day, when there's like so much pressure and there's so much going on, it's really easy to have little acronyms or things to remember to try and like make sure the day runs as smoothly as possible. So loving that. And I'm also loving Grace Beverley's podcast, Working Hard, Hardly Working. I think she's a really good podcast host. I'm not gonna lie, I used to be someone that loved Stephen Bartlett's Diary of a CEO podcast. I used to listen to it weekly, like religiously, and I don't like to like bash people, and I don't like to talk negatively. Like most of the time whenever I'm like chatting to you guys, it's things I recommend, and if it's not something I like, I would talk about it. This is something I used to like, and I just feel like it's become a walking advert now. Like I don't feel like Stephen really has any integrity with regards to his podcast anymore, and I just feel like it's less about like striving for greatness. It's less about like how you can achieve amazingness, and more just like, I was unhappy, I was really depressed, I had really bad mental health, now I'm rich. Like that's what it feels like to me. It doesn't feel like, I feel like in the early days it was very much interviewing CEOs about how they got to where they are, how they can kind of like give advice and tips and tricks, and I felt like I always came away with like information that I could kind of like build on, whereas now it just feels like every episode is a new sob story, and I'm really not enjoying them. So if anyone has any podcast recommendations, let me know. I think, as I said, Dr. Rangan Chatterjee has one which I definitely want to check out. The Gardener's World podcast I absolutely love as well. I need to start listening to that again. And I also love, where is it? I really hate the podcast app. I feel like it's not very good at all. Happy Place podcast with Fern Cotton. I really love the chat that she does as well on there. I feel like it's a little bit more kind of like slowed down, a little bit more chill. Again, just feels like you're sitting in your living room having a bit of a chat with old pals, which I really like. So those are the podcasts I am loving at the moment. I think I'm gonna stick a YouTube video on ready for my bath tonight, but I really just want a lovely relaxing pamper and just kind of like unwind. I was about to say stop staring at a screen, but the irony of that is that I'm going to have my iPad on, and I've been staring at my laptop, but just kind of distancing myself. It's not work related, it's just living in the moment, soaking it all in, and having a lovely relaxing pamper. So that is the plan for the evening. Literally the best sight that you could possibly lay your eyes on. The bath is running, and of course I've used my L'Occitane Lavande, which is literally my favourite bubble bath at the moment. It's just so lavendery and calming and beautiful, and it's not too bubbly as well, which I always think is really lovely. So I've just got my little setup. I always like to do my little iPad, put some YouTube on, watch some Downton Abbey, some Friends, whatever I'm in the mood for. A lovely cold glass of water. I feel like you always need like a really cold glass of water. And I've also got my facial massager if I just want to give myself a little bit of an extra pamper. I got this like bath, I don't know what to call this, kind of overarching bath situation. Alex got this I think from Amazon ages ago. Sorry, because of the low level lighting, the camera is really struggling to focus, but I'll leave this link down below along with the link to my favourite Amazon lights. I can always see when you guys are shopping things, and I know so many
many of you have bought these from my recommendation, and especially if you're like me and you don't like having the overhead lights on when you're having a bath and you don't like having the fan on, this is such a game changer. So I'll just pop it over here and it just gives a really lovely like low level light in the bathroom, which I just think is so lovely and relaxing and calming. You don't have to like plug it in. I used to literally have to bring like extension cords and cable leads and like put a lamp in here whenever I was having a bath in the past. And what I quite like is you can change the settings. You've got like a cool setting, a really warm setting, and then turn it off. So I like to have it on just like the main kind of normal setting. Love the little scalloped edges. I just think it's the cutest thing ever, and they're super affordable. So I will leave these linked down below if you guys do want to shop it, because it is such a game changer. And then skincare, I'm going for a really good pamper tonight, a really good scrub. So we are going for the Elemis Pro Collagen Cleanser, which I feel like is a real, like when you just want to get deep into your skin and have like a really lovely pamper. So I'm going to use that tonight, and then I've got my skincare out ready for after the bath as well. So we're going in with the Darphin Gel All Day Eye Refresh, basically the Darphin eye cream. It's always got such long names, I feel like, with the Darphin products. I always get so confused with them. So going in with this for my eye cream, and then loving the fresh Tea Elixir Skin Renewing Activating Serum. I love that. It's basically just like a hyaluronic acid. It's a really lovely one. I'm also absolutely loving this doubled up with it, the Darphin Eclipse Supreme, which is like a kind of like glowing serum. It's another really lovely one. Again, sorry about the focus, but the low level lighting is really struggling. If I want like a real pamper, which I'm having tonight, and something really moisturizing, I use this. This is the Darphin oil, and it's such a lovely one. It's got gold flecks in it, if you can see that with it, the awful focus that my camera is doing in this low level lighting. And then to top it off, my new fave, the Tatcha. Oh my goodness me, I'm absolutely obsessed with this. I feel like it is just the perfect evening moisturizer, just to give me a real hit of moisturization and nourishment for my skin. So I'm gonna get myself in the bath and just have the loveliest, coziest, relaxing evening.